A symphony of fear, Russia's underworld unmasked. In Blood and Caviar, Nikolay Ignatiev delivers a gripping, noir-tinged portrait of post-Soviet Russia, weaving a fictional yet chillingly plausible tale of survival, betrayal, and the grotesque birth of capitalism amid the ruins of a collapsed empire. Set primarily in St. Petersburg and Moscow during the 1990s, the novel follows Stepan Stepanovich, a former shipyard worker turned underworld enforcer. As he navigates the moral and physical wreckage of a country unmoored from its ideological certainties. The narrative opens in 1993 against a backdrop of political unrest and economic disintegration, establishing the volatile environment in which the characters must operate. Stepa, wounded physically and emotionally, serves as the central lens through which readers experience both the mundane and the monstrous. From intimate domestic scenes with his wife Nina, to the grotesque violence of cleaning up a mass murder involving trafficked girls, Ignatiev's plot escalates through a series of brutal reckonings, strategic betrayals, and uneasy alliances. At its core, Blood and Caviar explores the duality of survival and complicity. Themes of disillusionment, moral erosion, and fractured identity permeate the story. Ignatiev uses Stepa's journey to reflect on how ordinary individuals become instruments of systemic decay, forced into criminality not by greed, but by desperation. The motif of freedom, politically proclaimed, but existentially hollow, is deftly examined through characters who are paradoxically both liberated and imprisoned by the New World Order. The novel also explores gender, power, and exploitation, particularly through its depiction of women in the sex trade and the normalization of male violence. Corruption is portrayed as not merely institutional, but spiritual. Every transaction, whether commercial or intimate, carries a moral price. Ignatiev's characters are grimly believable. Stepa is both a sympathetic figure and a hardened killer, haunted by ghosts of innocence lost. Supporting figures such as Kozak, his grotesquely comic and blood-spattered partner, and Nina, his wife clinging to normalcy, are sharply drawn, each embodying a facet of post-Soviet despair or denial. The setting is perhaps the most vivid character, a decaying St. Petersburg, a corrupt Moscow, and the symbolic Switzerland of the city dump, burning bodies and lost dreams. The author renders Russia's urban dystopia with cinematic detail, balancing poetic imagery with visceral brutality. The novel maintains a relentless grip on the reader. Its most harrowing passages, especially the forensic-level descriptions of crime scenes, are shocking but not gratuitous, conveying the full weight of the character's trauma. At times, the pacing slows during political exposition or business deals, but these segments are crucial for contextualizing the corruption that fuels the underworld's existence. Ignatiev's prose is muscular, sharp, and cinematic. His style blends gritty realism with psychological depth. The recurring tick-tock of clocks and the cold wind scraping the streets become leitmotifs of dread and fatalism. Dialogue is taut and believable, often laced with bitter humor and tragic resignation. Blood and Caviar is a powerful debut, uncompromising in its portrayal of Russia's transformation from red flags to racketeering. Its strengths lie in its evocative prose, richly drawn characters, and unflinching honesty. Its weakness may lie in its density. At over 400 pages, some readers might find the grim atmosphere overwhelming. Still, it succeeds as a work of literary noir and historical fiction. Recommended for readers of crime fiction, political thrillers, and post-Soviet literature. Fans of Martin Cruz-Smith, Don Winslow, or Victor Pelevin will find much to appreciate in Ignatiev's dark tapestry of blood and ambition. Voluntary review from a free advance review copy. NeuralBookReviews.com